Picture this. You've made it to the cruise terminal. Your suitcase rolls behind you, passport in hand, boarding pass ready. The ocean breeze hits your face and you can already taste that first tropical drink. You step forward, the agent scans your documents, pauses, and looks up with a frown. Then you hear the words every traveler dreads. "I'm sorry, you can't board." It sounds like a nightmare, but it happens every single week. Vacations are ruined right at the gate. Passengers lose thousands of dollars instantly. Flights, hotels, excursions, all gone in a second. But here's the good news. Every single one of these denial reasons is 100% preventable if you know about them before you leave home. So today, I'm breaking down the 12 biggest reasons cruise passengers get denied at the gate and the exact steps you can take to make sure it never happens to you. Cruise boarding denial warnings. Reason 1, expired or invalid passport. Let's start with the most painful one. You're standing there, passport in hand, ready to board, and the agent tells you it's no good. Even if your passport hasn't technically expired, some countries require it to be valid for at least 6 months beyond your return date. If it doesn't meet that rule, you're denied. And it's not just expiration. If your passport is water damaged, pages torn, or the photo is peeling, that can also get you stopped cold. Prevention. Always check your passport the moment you book your cruise. If it will expire within a year, or if it looks worn out, renew it early. Don't gamble. Reason 2, missing visas. Here's one that surprises a lot of first-time cruisers. Some ports require special visas to even step off the ship. Brazil, China, India, Australia, just to name a few. If you don't have the right visa, the cruise line won't risk letting you board. Why? Because they can be fined heavily by foreign governments if passengers arrive without proper documents. Real example. A family flying all the way to Sydney, Australia was denied at the cruise gate because they didn't apply for the required Electronic Travel Authority visa. Thousands of dollars gone. Prevention. The cruise line usually lists visa requirements on its website, but don't rely on them 100%. Double check with the consulate of every country on your itinerary. Reason 3, name and ID mismatches. This one feels unfair, but it happens. If your cruise ticket says Jonathan Smith and your passport says John Smith, that tiny difference can block you. Same with recently married passengers who booked under their maiden name but show up with a new passport. Prevention. Tip. Triple check your booking matches your passport exactly. Spelling, middle names, everything. If something doesn't match, fix it with the cruise line before you travel. Reason 4, arriving too late. Here's a hard truth. Cruise ships don't wait. Final boarding often closes an hour or more before sail away. If you're even 10 minutes late, you'll be standing on the dock, waving goodbye. Real example. In 2019, a group of passengers arrived at the port in the Bahamas 20 minutes late after a day of sightseeing. The ship left without them, and the video went viral. Prevention. Fly into your departure city the day before. That way, flight delays, traffic, or lost luggage won't cost you your vacation. Reason 5. Health concerns. After COVID, cruise lines are stricter than ever. If you show visible signs of illness, fever, vomiting, heavy coughing, crew can deny you at the gate. And it's not just sickness. Forget proof of required vaccinations or negative tests for certain itineraries. You're out. Prevention. If you're sick in the days leading up to your cruise, call the line directly. Some will let you reschedule with travel insurance. And always carry vaccination records if your destination requires them. Reason 6, restricted medications. Security will scan your bags, and they know what to look for. Some medications legal at home are banned in certain countries. If you can't prove a prescription, or if you pack them incorrectly, you risk being pulled aside. Other banned items. CBD products, fireworks, weapons, drones, and even certain alcohol bottles. Prevention. Always carry medications in original containers with prescription labels. And check the cruise line's prohibited items list before you pack. Reason 7. Payment problems. Sounds ridiculous, right? But it happens. Your booking looks confirmed, but maybe your final payment didn't process correctly. Or your travel agent forgot to finalize it. At the gate, that means you're not boarding. Prevention. A week before your cruise, log into the official cruise website. Make sure your balance is zero and your e-documents are issued. Don't rely on third-party sites without verifying. Reason 8, bad behavior. Believe it or not, the cruise experience starts before you board. If you show up drunk, rude, or aggressive toward staff, security can deny you instantly. Real example. In Miami, a passenger was denied after swearing at staff during a baggage check. The ship sailed without him. Prevention. Remember, cruise staff have full authority at boarding. Be polite, stay calm, and save the celebration for when you're on the ship. Reason 9, pregnancy restrictions. If you're 24 weeks pregnant or more, you won't be allowed to sail. Even if you feel fine, even with a doctor's note, cruise lines stick to this policy. Prevention. Always check pregnancy restrictions before booking, and bring a doctor's note verifying your due date if you're earlier than 24 weeks. Reason 10. Traveling with minors. Kids need paperwork too. If a child is traveling with only one parent or with grandparents, cruise lines often require notarized consent from the missing parent. Without it, the child and everyone traveling with them may be denied. Prevention tip. Bring notarized consent letters for minors even if you think you won't need them. Better safe than denied. Reason 11. Security flags are legal issues. Every passenger is screened through international databases. If you're flagged for outstanding warrants, unresolved legal issues, or on a no-travel list, you won't be boarding. Cruise lines don't make exceptions. They simply say, sorry, you can't sail. Prevention. If you have pending legal matters, resolve them before you book. Once flagged, there's nothing you can do at the gate. Reason 12. Insurance or waivers host. Some destinations now require proof of travel insurance, especially for remote or adventure-heavy ports like the Galapagos or Antarctica. Others require liability waivers before excursions. If you don't have the paperwork, you won't board. Prevention. Always read your itinerary documents. Buy travel insurance that covers your cruise and print all waivers before you leave. So there you have it, the 12 biggest reasons passengers are denied at the cruise gate. Scary? Yes, but here's the good news. Every single one is preventable. Check your passport and visas. Confirm every detail of your booking. Arrive the day before departure. Pack smart and follow the rules. Bring every document you might possibly need. Do this, and you'll walk right past security, step onto that ship, and finally start the vacation you've been dreaming of. If this video saved you from a potential disaster, hit that like button, subscribe for more cruise secrets, and tell me in the comments, which reason shocked you the most?